Very nice.
We've got ourselves a Game of the Year candidate, but I'm starting to wonder why you guys really like this game. Let's get into it. Being a new player to Bayonetta 3, I was not expecting the level of horniness and sexuality in the game. It turns out her hair is her outfit, which becomes scantily clad when summoning her infernal demons. Even the finishing moves have innuendo context by being referred to as climaxes. All the seasoned Bayonetta fans are likely rolling their eyes at me not knowing this aspect of the game, but surely it caught me off guard. While the horniness and sexuality of the game is very prominent, it doesn't feel like overkill and rather encapsulates Bayonetta very well. They don't force other characters to have similar sexual deviance, which makes Bayonetta feel unique while the supporting cast can thrive within their own roles. You don't see nudity, but the suggestive themes are definitely there. If your demon-wielding hero is showing too much skin for your liking, you can toggle it down within the menus, though I never felt like they went over the line with it. Oh my gosh. Now that we got all the horny bonks out of the way, let's dive into the story. Bayonetta returns in this action-packed, multiverse traveling thriller in Bayonetta 3. First thing I noticed was that being a new player this late into the series didn't have as many adverse side effects that I was expecting. Without giving away any spoilers or twists within the game, the general story behind Bayonetta 3 is accepting the task of taking out a group of humanoids called the homunculi. These homunculi are controlled by a being called Singularity, whose sole purpose is to eliminate all of the Bayonettas within the multiverse, ultimately making their reality the quote, Alphaverse. This threat is new to the Bayonetta series and is the main antagonist throughout the game and is the clear enemy from the get-go. While Bayonetta is the main protagonist in the story, you do get introduced to other characters here to help you fight your battle, with the main sidekick being Viola. Throughout the game, you get to play as her and learn a little bit about her past and why she is so motivated to help you take out Singularity and the homunculi. The remaining supporting cast provides great moments of comic relief within the fast-paced, action-packed world surrounding you. What I love most about the story is how everything felt intentional and nothing felt like filler. Even the side missions felt like an important contributor to the overall arc of the story and provided additional context for certain characters. While there is a brand new antagonist in Bayonetta 3, I highly recommend you check out a guide that highlights what went down within Bayonetta 1 and 2. Even as a new player, it was easy to follow along with what was going on with the third installment, but having that background knowledge will definitely make certain moments in the story extremely impactful and more jaw-dropping. I'll go ahead and link a guide in the description if you're dying to play 3 without going back and playing the first 2. Even though the story is compelling and has great pace to complement the action, it's the combo stringing combat that will get you instantly hooked. With the original Bayonetta being the project from Devil May Cry creator Hideki Kamiya, you feel the spirit of that combat system still within the series. The name of the combat game is all about stringing combos together while avoiding as much damage as possible. While you can get away with button mashing in this game, true proficiency is awarded to those who learn the deep and meticulous combo system. The more unique combos you string together, the better score you get from the encounter. I love this system because it made it accessible to new players while also providing a challenge to those looking to earn the highest rewarded medal in each fight. The combos themselves aren't overly complicated, with most of them simply requiring you to keep track of your inputs as you fight. I know that sounds easier said than done, and I think the game recognizes that by throwing you into a practice range between chapters. The aspect of the practice range that I wish more games would incorporate is the real-time combo teacher. On the screen, you'll see an array of button combos, but if you press any input, it will instantly populate combo options based on your previous button. This changes in real time with every new button press and is a great way to intuitively learn new combos. The combat isn't all about memorizing button combos either. You're gifted with a multitude of different weapons and infernal demons as you progress through the campaign. We will get into the infernal demons shortly, but first, let's start off with the weapons. As you progress through the missions, you gain new weapon types that drastically change your playstyle. Some weapons offer quick but weaker hitting moves, while other weapons are slow but powerful attacks. There's a big variety of weapons here for everyone to find the playstyle that fits them or the fight at hand. The best part? You can interchange these weapons seamlessly, allowing you to have contrasting playstyles within a singular fight. Similar to the varying weapons and playstyles, you also have a similar luxury of choice with the infernal demons at Bayonetta's control. How she controls these demons is a big part of the first 2 games' stories, so it's worth reading up on them to know why they're here in the 3rd game. These demons are at your disposal to use within the fights and to traverse parts of the world around you. You have the option of equipping up to 3 at a time, but can only summon 1 into the battlefield at once. Similar to your weapons, you can interchange these demons on the fly depending on what you need. Just like the weapons, each infernal demon has different strengths and weaknesses that can help you deal massive damage to some of the stronger enemies within the game. While having Godzilla on your side in the battlefield sounds overpowered, yes, I know it's not actually Godzilla, you are limited by 2 factors. One is the fact that Bayonetta herself stands still as it takes all her power to control these demons. This makes you very vulnerable to enemies that want to attack you while stationary, so it's important to be aware of your surroundings. Secondly, your infernal demons are only available while you have your magic resource filled. If your magic bar is full, you're granted roughly 10 seconds worth of infernal demon slaying before your meter runs out and the demon has to go on cooldown. Your magic bar refills the more you string combos together, so getting the demon back often doesn't take too long. This constant dance between weapon styles and infernal demons makes the combat system one of the deepest I've played all year and is what I'm hoping games like Gotham Knights could have been. I love that you can switch playstyles on the fly while also incorporating combos that involve your weapons and the infernal demons together. When you reach a state of combo nirvana, you feel like a sexy, demon-wielding god that made the controller extremely hard to put down. Adding more love into the beautiful depths of this combat are the combat trees that accompany each weapon, playable character, and infernal demon. The skill trees are pretty straightforward, with more advanced abilities becoming available as you unlock skills within the tree. One thing worth mentioning is that the skills are unlocked through a currency and not individual skill points. I'm sure this was mentioned to me within the tutorial, but I overlooked the prompt and went about 6 hours into the game before realizing it was currency based and not individual skill points. Needless to say, it was nice having a ton of abilities to unlock at the time, but I want y'all to not make the same bonehead mistake I did. One last thing before we wrap up, there was quite a bit of drama and controversy surrounding this game leading up to launch. No, it has nothing to do with the suggestive themes of Bayonetta, but rather the voice actor of Bayonetta herself. I'll go ahead and give you the cliff notes and link the full article in the description, but here is the rundown. The voice actress of the first 2 Bayonetta games, Hellena Taylor, took to social media a week or so before launch to announce that she is not the voice for Bayonetta in the 3rd installment. She stated that the developers wanted to pay her $4,000 for the entirety of the gig, which was well below livable wages and the average rate for a voice actor position. She strongly encouraged people to not buy the game, which resulted in comments from the dev team shortly after. They cleared the air by saying they offered her $4,000 per recording session and would have totaled around $15,000 for 40 hours of work. Shortly after, Taylor backtracked on her comments, saying there was a dispute in the total compensation amount she desired, but by this point, the public perception was made. I'll go ahead and link the full story in the description if that type of drama affects your purchasing decision. Voice acting drama aside, Bayonetta 3 cements itself as a must-play game for 2022 with amazing combat, a well-paced story, and likable characters across the board. If you're a new player to the series, it feels like the best time to dive in and see what the hype is all about. I enjoyed it so much that I plan on going back to play Bayonettas 1 and 2 in order to really experience the twists and turns that the story provides. Without hesitation, Bayonetta 3 stands as a Game of the Year candidate with a very strong case to take the title. If you enjoyed this review, please drop a like on the video, and while you're there, go ahead and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future reviews and content. We just hit 500 subs and I couldn't have done it without every single one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and let's keep on climbing. This is Josh Robinson with Joystick Gamer. Thanks again, and stay gaming out there.
Fuck yeah!